Democrats are expected to gain some seats, but the question remains, will they gain enough to retake the majority from the Republicans?
Katie McGinty is looking to unseat Pat Toomey, and that seat is a top target for Democrats.
When this election season really started, you were about 14 points down. What happened in Wisconsin that allowed you to close the gap?
When freedom hung in the balance and the White House and the Senate could be lost, the Club for Growth understood the right focus and the right message would still save the day.
Growth is foundational to every other challenge we have, whether it's turning around unemployment, whether it's turning around our deficit and national debt, whether it's maintaining the strongest military in the world to protect our national security. If we bring back growth, we can do all of that.
With a proven record of supporting leaders who advance our mission, the Club for Growth understands that accountability in office still matters.
With its popularity now in the tank, many Americans feel that Congress is not being held accountable.
There are several outfits which rate members of Congress on their performance, and one notable congressional scorecard is issued by the Club for Growth.
I've seen it affect the way members will approach a vote, and very often they end up making the right choice where they might not otherwise have come to that conclusion.
Going to the airwaves, Club for Growth Action turns accountability into influence for the elections that matter.
I think now you're seeing a lot of people around the country that are saying, you know, I can win because someone like me ran for office and won despite those odds.
At the Club for Growth Action, it's our mission to defeat big government politicians and support pro-growth conservatives.
Because of the Club for Growth Action, we're having better candidates who are winning big races, and that when we bring those folks together, we have an opportunity to change the very course of history to be written about America.
Last year, we stayed true to our mission. And when most people saw chaos, Club for Growth Action saw opportunity.
It's a Club for Growth PAC that does the best job evaluating these candidates, doing the research, vetting them, making sure that they have lived a life that's consistent with what they say in terms of promoting pro-growth policies.
There are a lot of good groups and individuals out there trying to make a difference in these elections, but the one thing I would say for Club for Growth Action is it has a proven track record of success.
Senator Johnson trailing Russ Feingold by 4.7%. Feingold was way ahead, so this thing's narrowed quite a bit.
We've got quite a battle going on. It is very close. I am confident we're going to win this, but it looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
We're actually focusing on Senate races like Pat Toomey's, where his opponent's a big tax increaser and he's a tax cutter, so we're talking to the voters about that.
The message that Club for Growth Action can put on TV at critical moments can make all the difference in the world.
And with your help, the Club for Growth Action fought the toughest fights and won.
It was a nail-biter in the Pennsylvania Senate race. Senator Pat Toomey wins re-election.
Fox has called the race for Ron Johnson. This race initially leaning heavily Democratic.
But the fight isn't over. Tax reform, Obamacare, and sending more freedom fighters to Washington in 2018.
Sometimes you can look at the headlines, the breaking news on cable, and be frustrated as a conservative. But I encourage you to stay in the fight.
It is incredible the difference even one or two or three additional senators who will stand by their principles can have on the United States Senate.
We have an organization keeping us accountable. That is powerful. We should never let that go.
Your Club for Growth, winning freedom, electing champions.